All right, people, hold on to your tiaras because we are diving into a feature-length, pure sugar investigative comedy about the most expensive, longest-running piece of performance art in royal history. New footage is dropping, and it confirms Meghan Markle didn't just borrow Diana's energy, she basically stole her face, voice, and entire body language catalog from a 1990s time capsule. Royal watchers are shook because this isn't a coincidence. This is a performance art piece titled How to Date a Prince and Become His Dead Mom. It's so audacious, it's honestly kind of brilliant. Forget your standard conspiracy theories, this is better. This is a masterclass in professional, high-stakes charm, where the prize wasn't an Emmy, it was a prince. When you look at the footage side by side, the beautiful fairy tale collapses faster than a royal protocol officer on a transatlantic flight. This isn't just about a couple of shared outfits. That's amateur hour. We're talking about molecular-level mimicry. The slight tilt of the head, the specific cadence of the laugh, the sudden appearance of hand gestures that were completely absent in her entire adult life until, you guessed it, July 2016. The evidence confirms the timeline. Pre-Harry, she was one person. Post-Harry, she was a flawless, painstakingly researched, digitally remastered version of another. The switch was instant, complete, and utterly terrifying in its calculation. The problem is, she never took the role off. She wore it to the altar. She wore it to the palace. She wore it right out of the palace. But first, you have to see the evidence from the early days, the true audition tapes. To truly appreciate the glow-up, we need to go back to the source material. The years she spent grinding it out before she realized she could trade the cable drama set for a proper castle. Go watch clips of her on Deal or No Deal. She is professional, stiff, calculating. Her body language is minimal. Crucially, there is no high-pitched, vulnerable giggle. Her laugh, if she laughs at all, is a lower-key chuckle. You don't just forget your most dramatic, vulnerability-signaling mannerisms for a decade and then suddenly remember them the minute you meet a prince. That's not a personality. That's a rehearsal schedule. Now, fast forward to her role on Suits. The woman was confident, quick-witted, and spoke with a deeper, controlled tone. The Duchess voice? Lighter, softer, and peppered with pauses, designed to convey a delicate, non-threatening authenticity. She went from speaking with the aggression of a litigator to the breathless vulnerability of a woodland nymph. Analysts even noted a sudden adoption of British-isms, a conscious shift to sound more royal. This level of vocal transformation requires continuous performance that deserves its own technical BAFTA. And then, the Diana starter kit dropped. The minute that blind date happened, the metamorphosis was instant and complete. She downloaded the entire Diana software update. The family, especially the old guard, saw the performance coming because it was too flawless, too immediate, and too damn calculated. A genuinely in-love woman doesn't need to change her entire vocal range and hand choreography to charm her new boyfriend. But a method actress auditioning for the biggest role on the planet absolutely does. We are diving into the specifics of this hilarious, high-precision acting job. This is where the comedy lies, in the sheer audacity of the imitation. The hand-to-chest panic button. If there is one signal that screams, "I am fragile, I am vulnerable, please protect me," it is the hand-to-chest gesture. Diana mastered this. And then, poof, Meghan started using it. And not just occasionally. It became her default setting during any moment of high emotion. It's the visual equivalent of a dramatic swelling of violins. It's a cue for the audience. This is the moment to feel sympathy. The sheer audacity of deploying a dead princess's nervous tic for emotional leverage is truly the stuff of legend. The Bambi Eyes and the demure glance. Diana had this incredible ability to look directly into the camera for intimacy, before dropping her gaze slightly, as if overcome. Our method actress, Meghan, picked up that exact technique. In almost every single interview where she's delivering a heartfelt line, out comes the Bambi Eye sequence. It's Diana's signature move, and Meghan uses it with surgical precision. This is not osmosis. This is conscious character replacement designed to lock you in. the high-pitched trill of innocence. The laugh changed dramatically. Pre-Harry, normal. Post-Harry, out comes the high-pitched, slightly breathless, nervous trill that suggests innocence and authenticity. It's a charming flaw, except industry sources whisper it's completely different from her natural voice. It's an exhausting effort that proves this entire persona is not an identity, it's a gig. While the rest of the world was busy tweeting heart emojis, one person was squinting over his reading glasses and reaching for the history books, Prince Philip. He had zero time for calculated drama. 4.1. Dow. Philip's savage shade. The most damning, hilarious detail is the nickname royal authors confirmed Philip gave her in private. Dow. Duchess of Windsor. To Philip, this wasn't an insult. It was a damning diagnosis. Wallis Simpson caused the abdication crisis of 1936. Philip, who lived through that fallout, was essentially saying, "This woman is using the same playbook, and the result will be the same chaos." Philip reportedly warned the Queen to be cautious from day one. Harry saw cosmic destiny. Philip saw a high-budget sequel, and he was the royal with the most deliciously savage, unfiltered take. The glamorous performance wasn't limited to mannerisms. The clothes told the whole story. Pre-Harry, she was about bold colors and trendy styles. Post-Harry, she immediately jumped into the Diana uniform. Demure cuts, neutral tones, and elegant simplicity. She was copying Diana's entire wardrobe evolution, from the sophisticated street style to the specific shades of blue and the jewelry. Every outfit was a carefully chosen tribute, designed to create a visual echo for the world. The performance reached its tacky, sarcastic climax with the famous magazine photo shoots post-exit. This is when the subtle act turned into blatant cosplay. In her first major post-royal photo spreads, observers quickly noted that she wasn't just wearing similar styles to Diana. She was recreating her exact poses from famous, vulnerable shoots. She was photographed barefoot, seated on the floor with her legs crossed, an uncanny match for a rarely seen photo Diana posed for in the 90s. Another shot, lounging with her head resting on her hand, was a close comparison to Diana's famous 1997 portrait. The public reaction was a mix of shock and hilarity. People online declared, "She is officially cosplaying Diana." It was a final, brazen attempt to weaponize Diana's highly marketable image. It was so transparent, it was almost genius. She saw the market and exploited it, cementing the entire method acting theory with a series of high-fashion photos that were basically a celebrity Mad Libs, where every blank was filled with Diana. Of course, the whole performance fractured the family. Prince William, bless his stiff upper lip, saw through the whole thing immediately. Harry's own memoir confirms William sat him down to warn him about the relationship moving too fast. William reportedly saw the manipulation and the historical similarities, but Harry, already deeply hypnotized by the performance, interpreted his brother's genuine concern as jealousy, exactly as the script had dictated. It was a spectacular brother-on-brother intervention failure that the family had to watch unfold like a tragic, very expensive sitcom. Look, you have to give credit where credit is due. This was a masterclass in celebrity branding. Meghan didn't just join the royal family. She auditioned, landed the role, and rewrote the script for maximum global fame. She saw Harry not as a person, but as a prize, a vehicle for the massive attention that had eluded her in Hollywood. The cost was high, but the resulting content was truly viral. It was the performance of a lifetime, and it deserves all the sarcastic accolades.